2008 nang dumating ako dito sa Saudi Arabia. I have to admit that it was not a smooth transition for me. To relieve the stress, I searched for a hobby. That time, napili ko ang photography. Bagito pa ako nun and any DSLR would be fine for me as long as it works. I was given by my father a Nikon D40. Angas na ako nun having my first digital camera. Then, I switched to Nikon D90. Yes, another APS-C camera. Pero hanga ako sa capabilities niya. It was known for having professional features on an APS-C camera like the CLS or Creative Lighting System. After a few years, a Nikon camera is back on my desk.
Hello everybody, this is Patrick and this is the review of the Nikon Z6.
Let's talk about the specs and general overview of the Nikon Z6. This camera holds a 24 megapixel full-frame BSI sensor. It has a 273 hybrid autofocus system with a frame rate of up to 12 frames per second. It has 2.6 million dot EVF and large enough to say it can rival any optical viewfinder of any DSLR on the market. I'm happy to say that when it comes to mirrorless cameras from Nikon, this is a first in having a weather shield in this line. A top LCD was also placed for easier view of information. XQD card is used in this camera and I find it really fascinating despite other brands' persistence to use SD cards. Battery can take as many as 310 per shots per charge. Here are some of the strongest points of this camera. Hitting the I button can access multiple options for you to be able to control the general functions of the camera. Add to that are function buttons which are highly customizable and its intuitive dials in which it does not only make the camera easier and intuitive to use. With its controls and dials derived from their DSLR counterparts, using the camera is a breeze. It also has its own picture control. You have options of using its own proprietary film emulations like Vivid, Standard, and other emulations. Not only that, those emulations can also be edited according to your desired setting and can also be customized and saved, taking advantage of being a mirrorless camera. This may be a fast card, but bear in mind that XQD cards are notoriously known for being expensive. The EVF is definitely a plus. Add the LCD and the external display makes the camera much more intuitive. Time-lapse capabilities are impressive, having an option of choosing between manual time-lapse acquisition or a direct movie rendition of the time-lapse. Please be reminded that you have to input the specific date and time for you to access this. You can't access this feature without it. This camera can also record up to 120 frames per second at 180p and 4K up to 30 frames per second. Slow-mo option is also included. The 24-70 lens mount performed well. It is accurate and has a quiet tactile autofocus. I used the camera on face recognition mode, continuous autofocus, and it follows seamlessly. Though the size of the lens does shrunk to a degree, but weight might be an issue contradicting the concept of having a mirrorless camera. Bokeh and sharpness are in par with its f-mount partner, and with its image quality output, it is a great deal having this is a match made in heaven. I went to Old Balad to test out this camera's features and capabilities, and it delivered. By the way, Old Balad is the old district of Jeddah which is situated here in Saudi Arabia. Basically, Jeddah started in this small village until it became Saudi Arabia's hub for business and trade. It is a haven for photographers in this region, not only because it's open to take photos, but it also showcases this region's vibrant and rich history. I was once a Nikon user, so majority of the controls, functions, and dials are easier for me. Using the camera might be confusing sometimes, but I can't help but appreciate Nikon's endeavor to improve and provide a stellar performing camera. The grip has a solid feel on my hand. The EVF works perfectly fine, displaying superb color and a fast frame rate. An impressive XQD card with a short buffering time that really surprised me. And IBIS works that perfectly in videos and photos in which I wish I had it in my camera. This is indeed Nikon's flagship in the mirrorless sector. It is obvious that Nikon observed and listened to photographers with different perspectives, whether it would be in videos or in photos. And in addition to that, they incorporated a lot of their strengths together with the advancement of technology to a small machine that might rival major players in the mirrorless world. I would like to mention Mr. Cesar Parocco, Nanig, and Mr. Hashem from Nikon Middle East and Abbdulawahed Co here in Saudi Arabia for giving us the opportunity to review the Nikon Z6. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Any comments and suggestions, comment down below, and see you on the next one.